Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is historical black colleges and social fraternities. And of course we have with us to talk about historical black colleges and social fraternities our brother Pompey Hawkins. And Hawkins will give us some information in reference to his background, education, and some of the things that played a significant role in terms of bringing him to us this morning. And let me welcome you, Brother Hawkins, to the show this morning and tell you how delighted we are to have you here with us, and especially the topic that we're going to deal with this morning, historical black colleges and social fraternities. Let's start off by having you to give us some information about Pompey Hawkins. That is, to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of your experiences. And then we'll talk about, we should end that segment, and then we'll talk about social fraternities within the context of historical black colleges.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much for allowing me to be your guest today, Dr. Haney. It's an honor to be here. Your show is very famous throughout the city. I know you have a very good reputation and you keep a very tight schedule on your shows. And I've taken the liberty, because I have so much to share, that I organize my thoughts in the form of a press release. So, a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. My parents are from Nashville and from Indianapolis, Indiana. They met at Tennessee State University. My grandparents are from Tennessee. They are from Brownsville. They relocated to Nashville, and that's where I was born and raised, and all of my family is here. I went to elementary school at McCann Elementary and Moses McKissick Elementary. I went to McGavick High School. I went to Fisk University and Tennessee State University. And as a professional, I grew up on the campus of Fisk University because my mother worked there, and I used to run around there as a kindergartner, going to eat breakfast in the cafeteria. And my first job was with my grandfather. And I thought about this in the context of the way you explained your life and the way you had your first job and learned the value of $1. And I certainly learned it very similar myself. And my grandfather influenced me the way you influenced your granddaughter. And he put that entrepreneurial spirit in me to do for self. And my background is in financing and fundraising, commercial lending, and personal banking. I am a small real estate investor. I have an organizing concierge service, and I'm also a professional management consultant. Now, I've worked for Fortune 100 multinational corporations. I've worked for the oldest black bank in the United States of America, but I presently work with the Alpha Delta Alumni Foundation, a nonprofit 501c3, and that's why I'm here today, and that's what I want to talk to you about. The Alpha Delta Alumni Foundation, for the Fisk University chapter, the Alpha Delta of Kappa Alpha Psi, the oldest undergraduate chapter in our South Central province, the birth province of our founder, Elder Watson Diggs, who was the first chapter pole mark of our Alpha chapter at Indiana University, and the first grand pole mark of our international fraternity known as Kappa Alpha Psi. I'm very happy that my family is from Indianapolis because I was able to travel to Indianapolis after being initiated into the fraternity, and I was able to meet the oldest living member of our fraternity, the second grand pole mark, and cousin of one of our founders. His name was Irvin Armstrong, and I will tell you all about everything that I know.
Very good, and of course you know so very, very much, and we have such a short time to try to elicit that information. But it is important that you are here, in a sense, to deal with an historical black college. Not only are you here to deal with an historical black college, but you're here to deal with one of the oldest of the historical black colleges, and that you believe, as far as the information that you've given us already, that somehow the financial information, your financial background can, in a real sense, help support the historical black college that you're interested in. Is that what you're telling us?
Yes, sir. No doubt about it. One of the things that college students particularly, and many students from historically black colleges suffer from is financial illiteracy. And one of the things they suffer from is being unfamiliar with the real world, the real workplace, and the things that translate when you leave college. And that's what we want to help them with.
Very good. And of course, we're going to take this first commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to give you an opportunity to start talking about that. And we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break.